Hello everyone, my name is MrHurriicane. Welcome back to the Carolina Panthers franchise. It's week 3, and the Panthers take on the Chicago Bears, 1 week after recording their first victory on the season, although it was a controversial victory, with that Davante Adams catch not being ruled a touchdown late in the game. The Panthers even their record at 1-1, but still have plenty of room for improvement. We'll see if they improve today against Chicago as week 3 is underway. And here's Carlton Sanders from the 10. Between the hash marks, Sanders to the 30, it's a 20-yard return to set up the offense. Facing another good secondary last week, the running game took center stage. Le'Veon Bell ran for 132 more yards, and Cam Newton had a 53-yard touchdown. Handoff from Cam to Le'Veon Bell up the middle as he picks up around 5 or 6 on his first carry. It's a 3-wide look on 3rd and 4. Bears blitz, Cam to the middle, and there's Lance Adams for a Panther first down across the 50 for a gain of 17. 3-wide look with Adams and Benjamin Wright. Off the fake, Newton pressure gets the dump off to Bell, who makes an impressive catch and does get about 5 yards on the gain. This is the defense the Panthers are up against today. The only player with a sack so far is ex-Panther Christian Darman. We also have to watch out for Mario Williams, C.O. Moore, and Captain Munnerlyn, who is the #1 corner with Kyle Fuller injured. 3rd down and 5. Cam under pressure but gets the dump off to Donovan Ashley for another Panther first down at the Chicago 33. Carolina on the move. Now it's a handoff to Le'Veon Bell, and look at the hit from Captain Munnerlyn. Don't doubt him because of his size. Bears show blitz, only rush 4. On 2nd down, Cam behind Olsen, but he does make the catch and gets the first down. A little bit more of a passing emphasis to begin this game. Now it's Cam off the keeper. First down, broke a tackle as Cam spins away. First down inside the 10. Look at this broken tackle, and Cam gains 11. 3 wide with no Lance Adams on 1st and goal. It's Jermichael Ivory on the carry, and he easily goes in for the opening drive touchdown. It's Ivory's first on the season, and Akeem Hickson did a great job helping block on that left side. The Panthers again have a solid start on offense. They lead 7-0 against this Bears offense still being led by Jay Cutler. On the ground, here's Bilal Powell on the Bears' first snap, and he is driven out of bounds by Farrell Dunn. Here is a look at the Bear offense with star left tackle Peter Daniel, Matt Slauson at left guard. Receivers are Brandon Marshall, Marvin Jones, and Jonathan Baldwin. From an empty set on 3rd down, Cutler downfield and off the mark. Incomplete, a very poor throw from Cutler, and that is a quick Bear 3 and out. Carolina takes over, Le'Veon Bell back in, off the fake. Cam airing it out. Adams one-on-one with Captain Munnerlyn, who almost picks it off. You have to take advantage of that size difference, but Munnerlyn holds his own. Here's Bell on 2nd down, stood up by Darman, and there's a safety to help bring down Bell after a short gain. Greg Olsen lines up in the slot. 3rd down and 7. Newton buying time. Pump and dumped off to Le'Veon Bell. First down across the 50. And Le'Veon Bell has a catch and run of 20 yards. Bell in the slot as Cam goes empty. Bears rush 5. Newton to Olsen, and he's down to the 30 of Chicago, close to a first down. Cam making an adjustment, and he hands off to Le'Veon Bell, sweeping left inside the 25, and a solid tackle is made after another short pickup. 3rd and 6 for Cam. Bears bring a blitz, and Cam to the middle. There's Kelvin Benjamin, and he can't turn upfield to get the first down. He's marked a yard shy, 4th down. Panthers now lead 10-0 after 2 possessions. After a 3-and-out last possession, Cutler connects with Jonathan Baldwin for a gain of 12. Kuechly and Davis show blitz and now back off. On 2nd down, Cutler steps up, breaks out of a sack, and passes downfield well beyond the line of scrimmage. Easy flag, as Cutler was a couple yards in front. And the Bears will back up for 3rd down and 10. Now the Panthers do blitz, and Cutler under pressure, and he's sacked by Martez Henry. Blanket coverage downfield as well. Solid start for Carolina on both sides of the ball. Another play action to Le'Veon Bell as Cam passes, and again the catch is made by Bell, and he fights for another first down. That's a gain of 12. Good showing so far in the passing game from Bell. Now off the fake, it's a catch for Greg Olsen, and he is close to another Panther first down. An efficient start for Cam Newton. Now it's an end around, and Lance Adams won't get back to the line of scrimmage. A risky call on second down, but it brings up 3rd and 2. It's Bell inside, finds a lane, and easily picks up the Panther first down, again crossing midfield. 2 receivers left. Another play action. And Cam lobbing it deep for Adams again, and it's intercepted. Trying to take advantage of Adams against these defensive backs, and so far they have not let Adams beat them deep. It's Darryl Stuckey on the interception, and this was a play that didn't need to happen. Like I've mentioned before, we don't need to take these chances on early downs. Bears take over here in the second quarter as Cutler finds Marvin Jones, who hangs on for the tough grab. 3rd down and 1. Cutler will throw for it, and there's Jones once again, an even tougher grab this time to move the chains. Now in Panther territory, it's a fake. Cutler fires outside, caught by Pierce. He breaks the tackle from Boston, and another from Farrell Dunn as he's finally brought down at the 21. Cutler from the shotgun sets up the screen. There's no one for Carolina. He gets a block inside the 5, and it's a 1st and goal Chicago, as the Bears have been improving on every possession. From an empty look on 1st and goal, Cutler under pressure, and the 3-man rush was all Carolina needed. It's Coney Ely. Chicago gets back to the 2 for 3rd and goal. Handoff Powell, he meets Kuechly, and the Panthers hold tough inside their own 5. Good stand by the defense. 2 minutes left to go in this first half, as Cam heads to the air, finding Olsen short, 1st down, and what a hit again by Captain Munnerlyn. He doesn't care how much bigger you are. 1st down and 10. Quick pump. And Cam dumps it off. Here's Lance Adams with no running room, as he only gets about 5. Carolina needs to get to the 41 roughly. Cam to Adams, who can't hang on, the ball bobbling around, and we're lucky it wasn't picked off. But Adams needs to be able to make that catch. Now it's the Bears who have a chance after their last scoring possession. 53 seconds on the clock as Cutler finds the wide open man, and that is close to a Bear 1st down. 2 timeouts left, a 3rd and 1, as Cutler drops back and finds another open receiver, and spinning away is Jonathan Baldwin. 1st down to the Panther 40-yard line. Chicago lines up with 4 receivers. Panthers rush 4 and have excellent coverage downfield. Cutler, however, still on his feet, has to evade Johnson and finds Baldwin off his back foot for 27 yards. A ridiculous play by Jay Cutler and another red zone trip. Cutler again under pressure, and Johnson will let him escape this time. Sacked back at the 19. 20 seconds remain in the first half. Cutler steps up, sideline to Marshall, out of bounds, incomplete. 3rd and 17. 3 defenders in the end zone for Carolina. It's a quick drag route. Here's Baldwin inside the 10, and he ends up 2 or 3 yards short. Again, the Bears are forced to kick the field goal, as they make this a 10-6 game ahead of halftime. The Panthers got out to a strong start, but Chicago has rebounded with 2 straight field goal drives. Who will take control of this game when the second half kicks off next? The Bears have the football to begin the 3rd quarter, and we've seen their passing game improve throughout the first half. However, this is the best the run defense has looked all season. Hands off Powell, and there's Thomas Davis. -2 yards on the day now for Bilal Powell. With the running game failing, again the Bears spread the field. Cutler steps up, nobody open, and he's dropped for a 3-yard loss by Star Latulele. 3rd and 16. Empty look, 3-man rush. Dump off, and there's Brandon Marshall's first grab, and he ends up shy of the marker. Now it's Carolina for the first time in the second half. Handoff goes to Le'Veon Bell, breaking 1 tackle and fighting his way to the 47. Bell not quite averaging 4 yards a carry, and now to the air on 3rd down. It's a shot downfield, Benjamin's there, and he can't hang on. Captain Munnerlyn won't let us make plays against him. And this time it was Benjamin, who's like 8 feet taller. You have to give this Bears defense credit so far. Chicago takes over, and down goes Cutler once again. It's Starr's second sack, and our man coverage is looking a lot better this week. 3rd and 11, Cutler hit, and the dump off is incomplete. Defended by Luke Kuechly. Another 3 and out. No offense so far in this second half as the Panthers again have the ball. Another fake. Cam downfield. Ashley's there, and he's got running room. Inside the 30. First down, Donovan Ashley. At the 29 of Chicago. Le'Veon Bell through a wide open lane. Stiff for him on the safety. And that's another first down on Bell's best carry on the day. Akeem Hickson checks in the game. From the 16, stretch for Le'Veon Bell, running inside the 10, shedding a tackle and falling across the first down marker. Now the running game is beginning to get going. Another 3-wide pistol look. On first down, a jump ball, and Lance Adams makes the catch. Touchdown, Panthers! Captain Mutterland has finally been conquered as Adams leaps over the top, and Mutterland couldn't do anything about it. 17-6 in favor of the Panthers. Now it's Bilal Powell trying to get loose, and he's brought down by Isaac Bostic, undrafted rookie. Bears need the 30 for a first down. Cutler swings it outside, but Boston's right there to bring down Bilal Powell, who's had a very tough day. No gain. Panthers defense in firm control in the second half, as Le'Veon Bell runs into his own man and still manages 4 yards. Benjamin isolated right. On 3rd down and 6. Cam fires to the sideline and over the head of Kelvin Benjamin. Somehow, and incomplete for a 3 and out. Third quarter is winding down. Chicago trails by 11. And now Bilal Powell finally gets some running room. That's his best play on the day. Farrell Dunn in the box as he blitzes. And now Cutler running to his right, and he's brought down again. The second sack on the day for Charles Johnson. Mulligan in motion. They run off tackle with Powell, and he's brought down by Trey Boston in the open field. The tough day for Powell continues as we go to the fourth quarter, 3rd and 11. And Cutler breaks free, finds a man outside, and that will not be enough for a first down. The Panthers have done a great job today getting pressure. That time it was Luke Kuechly on a blitz. Now Carolina looks to protect this 11-point lead. Cam downfield to Kelvin Benjamin for a first down on a gain of 16 yards. 2 tight ends in the game. Another play fake as Cam fires to Olsen, low throw and a catch as the defensive back tried to jump it and missed. From the 45, they go back to Le'Veon Bell, who spins over the linebacker and gets 5 or 6. At the 39, it's a 3rd and 4. Cam on a deep drop and dumps it off to Jermichael Ivory for a Panther first down. And he's out of bounds after a gain of 9. Panthers doing a good job moving the ball, and now a counter. Le'Veon Bell inside the 25 and picks up 8 more. 82 yards now on the day. Less than 7 minutes to play as Le'Veon Bell picks up the first on 3rd down and 2. Carolina continues to run clock. Le'Veon Bell straight ahead, and the Bears again do a good job of containing him. Bell not getting those big carries this week. Now it's a pass on 3rd down as Cam is wildly off the mark for Lance Adams. Panthers have to settle for 3 as it's now 20-6 with less than 5 minutes to play. Cutler needs 2 touchdowns and quickly as he hooks up with Marvin Jones for a first down. 4:03 to play in the game. Edge pressure once again, and there is Charles Johnson. It's 3 sacks on the day. This has easily been the best week for our front 4. Cutler on 2nd down hits the slant, and that is good for around 8 yards to make it 3rd and manageable. Bears need the 40-yard line. Again a 4-man rush. There's inside pressure, and down goes Cutler. 4 sacks for Charles Johnson. Although this time he got some help from Devin Still, as you can see in the replay. Not much time left, the Bears have to go for it. 4th and 16, pressure again, and down goes Jay Cutler. Star Latulele records his 3rd sack on the day. That time it was Coney Ely first hitting Cutler. This has not been a fun second half for Jay Cutler. Panthers take over, running some more clock as Bell can't get outside on the toss. Timeout Bears. 3rd and 15. Delayed draw. Here's Le'Veon Bell picking up around 7 or 8 yards as the Bears use another timeout. 23-6 as the Panthers now have some backups in the game. Cutler outside to Baldwin, and the ball's knocked out! Recovered by Bob Butler! On the first play of the drive, the Panthers take it right back, and delivering that big hit. Second-year corner Emilio Benjamin. Panthers take over, and now Delancey Jackson's in the game. 7th-round pick on his very first carry. Shows off the wheels as he runs outside for a first down. That's Delancey Jackson, who had a great preseason. He'll get the carry one more time. Jackson inside the 10. And that's a tough earned gain of 3. That will do it for this game, as the Panthers win their 2nd straight. Today over the Chicago Bears by a final score of 23-6. This was our best game so far this season, I believe. The defense allowed no points in the second half, and they were all over Jay Cutler. And it wasn't even just one player getting pressure on these plays. A lot of it was Cutler having some strength and fighting through those sacks, but getting hit by the second guy who arrived moments later. Jay Cutler had no chance in that second half, and our coverage was the best that I've seen it play so far this season. On offense, it wasn't as exciting this week. Le'Veon Bell was contained to under 100 yards, as the Bears had the best tackling defense we've seen so far. Le'Veon wasn't getting those yards after contact in bulk like he was in weeks 1 and 2. You also saw us pass the ball more this week, and we weren't as effective as I would like, but we were alright. Cam Newton was a little bit inaccurate, and that one unnecessary shot downfield wasn't very smart either. So Cam does have another interception, but I thought he played pretty solid in this game. Charles Johnson, however, 4 sacks on the day. That front four is the story heading into our 4th game against the Minnesota Vikings as we continue playing against NFC North teams. The Vikings were 2-0, lost this past week to Arizona, who is another very good team. So next week we have Teddy Bridgewater, Adrian Peterson, Cordero Patterson, and Kari Lattimore to deal with on offense. The Vikings have talent on both sides of the football, and it's a very tough matchup for us heading into week 4. We'll see if the Panthers can string 3 wins in a row before they take on the Buccaneers once again in week 5 2 weeks from now. But that is it for week 3. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like and comment below. What did you think of today's game, and which players on our roster impressed you the most? Or who were you least impressed with? Let me know down in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe for more Panthers franchise to come. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.